Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Felt reaction. Today we have Star Velocity as requested by Zyvor and my executive producers. Yet again, more Felt. I am never going to be tired of hearing Felt. So far, I haven't had a reason to. They've just been brilliant all the way through. But something I am going to be starting a little bit more frequently is maybe trying to get into more of the music theory of some of the stuff. I've been doing this for other songs and other topics. I don't know how that will translate to Felt's work because it tends to be so complex and might be above me, but I think I'll give it a shot. So I got to hear it and see what I have to say about it. And without further ado, let's go. Oh, there is like, I was like wondering what this was. I was like, oh, it is subtitles. Is that Korean? Yeah, I'm not gonna, I don't know Korean. Turn those off. Very full-bodied start here. I'm just paying attention to the details in the background there. That's always where they shine. Felt. They're so good with those details. That phaser synth. That's what I mean by the details. Like matching the vocals with like this short pluck synth. I love that like clipped synth in there is so cool. It's a great support for the vocals. I also love this bass line. Beautiful chord progression. When you hear those synths again. I love that. Like that it like matches. Oh, that's so neat. What a great idea. I don't think I've ever heard that done. It really brings the vocals out. That's so cool. That's such a good idea. I love that little piano bit there too. It's using the octave really well. I mean, you just gotta vibe with it. And you can't help it. It's a standard chord progression, but they're using it so well. I love that. so adore that. And there's just this like kind of phase synth just bouncing between the ears. It's like flossing your brain. This is what I mean by felt has not failed me yet. Their creativity astounds me. Okay, so I stand by what I said. This is absolutely a blast. I think that this song has some of the more interesting takes on how to handle this sort of a track, especially with that synth thing. I don't know why. I think that this is the only song that I've ever experienced with that backing up a voice, like down to copying the exact pattern of the vocals. I think that's so neat because it adds so much to that carry, and that like it pulls you upward with the voice and it makes it sound more present in the mix. That's really fucking cool. Again, this chord progression really isn't anything to write home about. It's pretty basic, but it's always how you apply something simple that makes it so great. I'm pretty sure the song is in the key of C, which is one of the most common ones. It's one of the easiest ones to write in, so it's probably why a lot of Toho stuff uses it. It's just super easy to gravitate towards. But again, this chord progression isn't anything to write home about. It's just D minor, C, A minor, and then F A, which is a slash chord. It just adds for a little bit more flex in that relationship. But basically the only difference between A minor and F A is moving the finger from the E up to the F. That's the only difference. So this is just one of those compositions that utilizes a good bass line, a good standard chord progression that doesn't have much else going on, and just building on top of that, adding more and more, that makes the song feel so much more alive, like that. Like, that's such a good relationship that it ends on this like major 6 relationship, and the entire thing is an FC chord, and get another slash chord there, where it's just, that's the triad of that set. You're obviously not using this one in here, but it's such a good base for everything, just moving around that. It's so good. And it just, again, it abuses this octave. That's what I was referring to when I said that in the song. It's just, I mean, you're not going all the way up the octave. That would be all the way up here. Obviously, that's a lot different. But at the same time, a major 6 is a very stable relationship to have on the notes. So you're able to keep this beautiful chord here as like the centerpiece for everything, while the rest of the song is kind of based around the C, which, again, that shocker if it's in the key of C, right? But I really love that they used, because that's just not something that gets done a lot. I'm not entirely positive that's exactly the chord they used. I did have a little bit of a struggle trying to figure out how they transitioned up from here, but I'm pretty certain that that's what they did there. I'm not a professional. I just know some music theory and I'm able to apply it through my ear, so there is potential for me being just a little bit off there, but I'm pretty confident about the... And I'm sure you can hear why, because that's kind of the bass line of this whole song. You could play that over the chorus and get the relationship that I'm talking about there. There's a little bit of flubbing going on. It's music, so you're going to have some crosstalk between certain keys. It's possible I'm getting a thing or two wrong, but again, the point of this all is the application of something so simple. Even if I did get it wrong, that doesn't mean that they did, you know? They nailed the way that this felt and the way that the entire song just kind of lands itself firmly in this track. I mean, if I were to go down, because like the adjustment for the A minor here is like, okay, I want to bring that up to that F A, and it's like, sure, but if I were to take this and just go down to an F, that doesn't sound nearly as right, you know? Like, I was like, what's the relationship here? That couldn't have been it. That's a B natural. Why the hell would that be in there? I did try that, and it just, as you could probably tell, doesn't sound right at all. But that does. So I'm just like, okay, maybe it went down from this and then went back up to an F. But again, it has the same problem that it down here does on the other octave. It just doesn't feel like it's naturally progressing back up. But that does. So again, there's a little bit of potential that I did kind of flub some details in there, but I always do my best when I talk about stuff like this, and that's why I'm trying to include more theory stuff so I can learn as well and share all of that excitement with you guys when I really get into it. But man, the mix on this, I expected nothing less. It's fucking felt. Once again, one of those details that they always seem to nail is the mix. They are so good at the post-production end of thing. Their mix and mastering is absolutely brilliant. The vocals are always super pristine. Like, they're just nestled right in there with everything else. They never feel like they're too far on the top. They never feel like they're too present, but they don't get lost in any of the muddiness underneath it, because there's a lot of synth in there too. And it's really easy to lose your vocals in all of that synth. Ask any other EDM producer, they will be able to tell you how annoying it can be to like get them up there and learn where the vocals need to be sitting in a mix. So they haven't failed that at all, not once, and I don't expect them to, but that's exactly why these songs sound so good. They know exactly what they're doing. This circle is phenomenal. It's a shame that they're not active anymore, because they have some of the best production work across the board that I have heard to date from this community. Mind you, I don't have the largest like pool of examples. Felt is one of maybe 3 circles I've heard in total, so I really don't have the biggest pot to pick from, but at the same time, they are phenomenal, and you can just tell that. And the way that they take something as simple as that progression I played and turn it into something that has so much more body and liveliness, and using things like the synths bouncing around your ears to make sure that the listener is constantly active and always present in the mix, and being able to experience all of that and making sure that you don't get lost as well. Beautiful fucking work every single time. Hopefully you guys like the introduction of having a little bit more music theory stuff in here. If you do, let me know. If you don't, also tell me. I'm always kind of feeling out for whether or not people like these extra details or not. So far, haven't had too many people say otherwise, but it's kind of up to every community to give me their thoughts, and I'll try to adjust accordingly. But that's about all I gotta say on this one. So thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want me to get to something else from Felt or anything else, by all means, drop in the comments below, and I will do my best as always to get to those. Or if, like Zyvor did, you want to guarantee that I listen to something, you can always go to my Patreon or my YouTube memberships, or you can force me to listen to something. Doesn't matter what it's from, who it's by, if it's good or bad, none of that matters. That's why it's a guarantee. But if you don't want to do any of that, maybe just want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, you know how to do all that, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!